Good morning everyone. Right, what I'm doing at the moment are these ruffled flowers, and I'm going to quickly share with you. When you look at Elizabethan ruffle, you know, around the collar, they're like that. It's so easy to make, and they are quite full flowers, but you do need a metre or a yard will do. There's only 3 inches difference between the two, of a ribbon. I'm using organza, which is one of the nicer ones to use. You just need to seal the ends. It's one of the basic flowers, but they look stunning. You take your thread and you do a couple of tacking stitches. And these are what you can start off as a main flower to do your cluster with. So, and you just do a running stitch all the way along the edge. Take your thread right down to the end, so see how the ruffle starts, and it's as easy as that. But I still get asked, how do you do the ruffle? So that's why I'm doing this one, because I've just been asked it again. How do you do the ruffle? How do you get the ruffle so gathered and it's just a running stitch, but you need enough of the ribbon? Now, depending on the ribbon will depend on how the flower looks once it's done, and I'm going to show that to you in a minute using the gross grain, doing a smaller flower. So we'll make the same flower using 2 different ribbons, and then you'll be able to see what they look like side by side. Like I say, we do sell all of these ribbons. A lot of people have ribbon and don't know what to do with it, apart from making a bow. But ribbon makes beautiful, beautiful flowers. But it depends which ribbon you choose and what the flower comes out like. You can choose to do the same ribbon but several different flowers, and sorry, the same flower in several different ribbons, and they will look different but similar, if you know what I mean. Right, we're to the end. Okay, now I'm using a nylon thread, silk thread on this one. So we just go back to the beginning, all the way back, and pick that up, see, and you just gather it. Turn it upside down, because you don't want the stitching to be on the side you're going to see, and just go through several of the ruffles. The tight ruffles where you've gathered it. Right, see how you've got. Now if you did it, you could have that flower or that. Identical way to sew it together, but you've 2 different flowers. But I go for the centre part. The more ruffle you put in it, the fuller it will be. So I'm looking for that bit. I'm just going to cut that bit off. We're going to take a little piece of felt. So this is really the shabby chic ruffle flower. Okay, that's the side we stitched it on. And we're just going to do that. You can sort that out when you're putting this on. And you just pop that onto the flower like that. And then pull your petals, not petal, it's all one, isn't it? Pull the ribbon where you want it to go. See how you've got that now? And then you take a pearl, which I have plenty of, obviously, and just do a, you can either do it in there or do it on the pearl, and push that into that hole. And that's it, that's what you do. And straight away you have your ruffle flowers. Easy. So we're going to try that using a 1/2 inch. So I'm just gonna, I won't need as much, I don't think, if I remember rightly. You don't need I think half of it did. So I'm just gonna cut 1 metre. But I think I only need half, if I remember rightly. So I'm just going to do one end. But they do make awesome filler flowers. Now, let me just mark this off so I can see if I remember rightly. So all I'm going to do is pinch that there, and that gives me that line for the halfway mark. It does depend on the ribbon. See, now I can finish that there, and then a nice filler flowers for the clusters that I do. That would be enough, and just a pearl in the middle. But I'm going to go on. I don't think I need anywhere near what I've got, but I want to see the ruffle. Now, I'm not going to waste it either, because look, see the ruffle? I'm just going to do a little bit more. Oh, we're nearly up to the halfway mark, so yeah, we'll go up to the halfway mark. So although I used 1 metre on that one, I only need 1/2 metre on the gross grain. And I'll do one with a satin, so you can see organza, gross grain, and a satin ribbon. I think I've got one here somewhere. No, that's not. But I'm also going to upcycle them as well. Even though I'm going to upcycle these 3, or one of them at least, to show you, and then you could do what you like with them. Like I say, sorry, my nails aren't grubby, they've got dye in them. I'm typical as a crafter, you'll see. Crafters with dyed nails. Won't be the first one, it won't be the last. So, we've got that. Pull it, and look at that. Beautiful. Just gorgeous. Now I've crisscrossed them 2 together, and I'm just going to stitch them in. Oops. Like that. It's really hard to let me just get these 2 bits together. I don't want to ungather it, if you know what I mean, or the thread to break, and that's what you've got to be careful of. Like that. Just do that once more. Right, so again, we're going to need, just fan it out. Now, that is a gorgeous, gorgeous ruffle flower. like that. Isn't it? They look gorgeous and they're so simple to make, really, really simple. So I'm just going to get another piece of felt. Let me see. Oh, I've got a smaller piece here for this one. You don't need a large piece like on the back, unless you're doing it into a pin or something. But I use these quite a bit for my clusters. Okay, so that's the back. We pop that on there. Like that. That's where you can fan it out a little bit better. Beautiful, aren't they? Look at that. And I take a little pearl. I might do one a little bit bigger than that. Like that. Make sure the holes are the side. And look at that. And we can push that right in. Which brings up the ruffle. They're gorgeous, aren't they? So, if it's gross grain, it's half. Now, I'm just going to get a silk one. Or satin, should I say. And we'll do an inch satin. And again, I'm only going to use half. Well, no, let's have a look. We'll use 3/4. I'm going to cut it at 1 metre. Because I'm not going to waste it. I might only use half. I can't remember on all of them. I do that many. It's really... I'm going to cut it half. That's that one. We'll make a couple of these, I think. Right, I'm just going to change the thread, which I have a colour to match sort of thing. Again, silk threads. I like doing silk thread for my flowers. It is pretty strong, and I just think they look nice. Although you don't see much when it's done. Right. Okay. Again, just do exactly the same thing. We'll start on the end. Couple of tacking stitches. And then we gather. Now the ruffle itself is going to be slightly different because it's a different fabric, ribbon. Oh, sorry, that's my stomach. I actually haven't eaten today. I've had no breakfast yet. I've been working. I woke at 2:30 this morning and I started working because I couldn't rest. And then I went back to bed about 4 and woke at 8 and started working again. But I've not eaten yet and my stomach's telling me I need to. Right, okay, so we need to go all the way back to the beginning, pull that out, make sure it's all the same way and then pull that in. And it's put together like that, and I'm just going to keep hold of it because I don't want it to stretch the hole any bigger than what it is. See, this is a double satin ribbon. There we go, like that. And I will just join these two together like that, which will just help. See the hole in the middle? Now we pull it around to even out the ruffle. Now all there. Look at the ruffle. Now for a beginner, will probably not know that you have to even that out, and they just make the flower and it won't look as neat or as fancy as it should. So we've got the ruffle like that. See, and that's really pretty. So again, I'm going to use this one to pop on. That's not quite a circle, Fee. Doesn't have to be perfect, no one's going to see it. There we go. Take that out of the way. So I've got it as even as I can, or as I need to. And pop that on the back and push down, and that helps glue all of them ruffles, see, like that. Now we can put a bigger pearl in there. I like that, so I'm going to do that. But I think first of all I'm going to use one of these. I like to add bits and pieces when I can. That's the back side of it. Oops-a-daisy. Yeah. So I'm going to pop that in the middle like that. Now hang on. So I did make... Well, it's got a flower pot bead in the middle, but I made those. I like the bling. I always go back to the bling, and I'm not a bling person really. I don't like the pearl. I like the pearl. I'm sorry. I do swap and change my mind. Push that down. But again, look at that gorgeous, gorgeous flower. And by doing what? Having a little bit of this and a little bit of that. That's it. So that's that one. Now, let me just take another one of these off, because I've just thought of something that might make it look a little bit different. Just trying to... Right, I'm just going to try something. Just cutting that flower scent a bit out. Because, let me see which one. I'm going to do this one. So I'm going to turn this backwards. And pop that on. There, like that. And push that in. So you can alter something. That's upcycling that one. And we're not going to do it with those. I'm going to leave that as is. But what I am going to do is to make another one of those. And do it with just the pearl. Oops. Where's my needle and thread? There we are. So, I've already sealed it. Do you know what? I'm just going to do this as well. I'm going to round that off. And do it the same on the other side. Not for any other reason other than I can. So start at the longest bit. And we just... Now if this cuts out, all I'm doing is making another one of those without the white. And just putting the pearl in. So I will take a photograph of them all together. Because like I said, I can't edit and I can't join videos together just yet. There we go. Hopefully I just get this done in time. See how it just joins that together and it doesn't look as bulky. Right. There we go. So we'll just ease them all into place. That's basically all you're doing, is to ease all the ruffles into the right place. Like that. Let me just get another piece. Not really getting this glue. Now, again, ease it all into place while the glue is still like that, wet enough to do it. So, and I think what I'll do is I'm going to put a large pearl in here. plenty of glue in there. It's got to go in a deep hole. And push that in, and as you push that in, this ruffle lifts up. And there you go. So easy. Love the little pink one. I hope that's helpful. Thanks for watching, take care, and I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye for now.